Ted Sizer says 3 R's are not reading, writing, arithmetic, but relationships, and that's really, and I feel like that is, because, you know, no matter what you're doing, if it's not working, you know, you need to figure out why that is and address it. It sounded interesting because you are supporting teachers, you are giving feedback, but it's not judgmental or evaluative. It doesn't. I don't give them a grade. I don't, you know, pass or fail students, but it's all about sort of having students come to understanding, reflect, and then have that orientation towards action from that knowledge that you gain when you do that. So what we'll do is we'll go into the classroom. Students will schedule an observation that works for them and their cooperating teacher, and we'll observe. They'll give us sort of a sketch about what they're going to do and what they want students to learn, things that they're sort of nervous about, things they think will go well. We'll talk a little bit about it, you know, what went well, what didn't. We'll focus on things like content, skills, and application. And then we'll, you know, when we come in and we do that, then after we do that, we'll talk a little bit about it, and then we'll try and apply that to the next time that we meet. So what happened with this lesson, what went well, what didn't, how can we change that, and sort of looking back on it to see what teaching they want to bring forward into their practice as they soon are let free from the university and have nobody to talk to with this that's set up, like, you know. So that's one of the things we do. We talk a little bit about creating those supports so that they can have that sort of situation when they're just with their professional peers. There's always sort of, if you're finding the good, I think, was one of the things that you do, because people are always doing something well, and identifying that and being able to sort of articulate what that is and why it was working and what effect it had on student learning, I think is one of the things that you sort of bring as you know, as being a teacher before. That's one of the things that I think helps is this experience. I also think the way in which you approach a problem, I think teaching helps you with that as well, because I think sometimes when you say, like, you know, when people don't want to be managed and they don't want to be seen as problems to be managed, I think they want to, you know, work with someone to solve a problem. And also I think, you know, like focusing on what you're doing and how it's being taken up by the students is sort of an important aspect that we talk a lot about in our meetings, because you can have, you know, a fabulous lesson planner, you can be the best engineer, the best, you know, mathematician, or whatever it is. But you can also be like somewhat unfit for social interaction. It doesn't work very well, you know, for some reason, and that may be wonderful, it may look well on paper, but it doesn't translate into practice. Having that understanding that teaching is sort of something that it has steps and skills, and there are ways in which to go about it that work and ways that don't, and being able to be honest and reflective about those things, I think, is one of the things that also is, from my teaching experience, has been kind of nice to work with here. You know, I have 16 students that I work with, and I get to see 16 different classrooms with 16 different teachers and the ways that they're set up. So there's, you know, and I think that's always a good lesson, is there's more than one way to do something. And, you know, I also think when I look at this, and when I think about Ted Sizer too, I think that being a little or very radical is a good thing in the classroom. It's not, I mean, you don't need to smash everything, but there are some things that do need to change. And I think that watching those 16 different places happen and interacting with those has reinforced the idea that needs to be sort of an agenda that's pushed and pushed back against some of the things that, like Arne Duncan and RTI and some of the initiatives with standardization that are happening in the schools. That's, you know, I see that as a path that actually we've been down before, and it hasn't worked out that well. And it does well in terms of sorting students and credentialing them in certain ways, but it may not be where we want to go with democracy or with justice or ideals of equality and things like that. But so that's one of the things that I've started to think about when I was looking at those 16 different places.